Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with Star Wars Battlefront. That's right. Now I've tried doing a video about this game a couple times already, but it just hasn't quite panned out exactly the way I wanted it to. So I've decided over the next couple of days what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try a new game mode every single time to show it off to you guys, see what you guys think, and we're going to go from there. Now today we're going to start with what I think is probably the most interesting aside from Walker Assault, which is Fighter Squadron. Literally aerial battles like 16 on 16 or 40 or something. I don't know. It's some crazy nonsense. And we're going to get involved in it. So without further ado, into the breach, my friends. Alright, so we are in Fighter Squadron mode. And I am flying the iconic X-Wing. That's right. This, like many Star Wars fans I would imagine, is probably my favorite ship. And I'm going to kick some Imperial ass with it. Now, in Fighter Squadron mode, it operates pretty similar to games like Rogue Squadron, if you're familiar with. You find an enemy, you keep track of that enemy, and you shoot that son of a bitch down. Now, this game does a lot of the flying for you, honestly. Like, of course, I'm doing flying and whatnot myself, but, like, okay, I got shot. I got killed by tanks, dog, just whatever your fucking name is, you stupid son of a bitch. Anyway, like I said, it seems like the ships almost fly themselves in a sense, like with the evasive maneuvers you can do. It turns a lot of these situations into like rock, paper, scissors almost. I know that sounds really weird, and I guess it's kind of hard to explain until you've actually flown around. Now, don't get me wrong. This game is totally badass, and as far as an actual arcadey simulation of Star Wars goes, this one does it really well. Like, I mean, it's just very cinematic, and you can even go into a little first-person mode and all that stuff. But I'm not going to do that, because if you thought my flying was bad now, wait till you see me in a first-person mode. Anyway, so, you only get two ships to choose from, unfortunately, for both sides, whether you're playing the Imperial or if you're playing the Rebels. For the Rebels, you've got... Yeah, let me just dodge this. Suck it. Anyway... If you're playing the Imperials, you've got a TIE Fighter and a TIE Interceptor. If you're playing as the Rebels, you've got the A-Wing and you've got the X-Wing, as you can see here. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. Honestly, they don't feel that much different from me, just because going in, I would imagine that the X-Wing is a sturdier ship, I guess, does maybe less damage, but it's more of a tanky kind of ship. And the A-Wing is going to be your faster variant. The same goes with the TIE Interceptor and the TIE Fighter. But even then, the TIE Interceptor should pretty much be better in every way as opposed to the TIE Fighter. So, yeah, I don't know. There's vehicle repairs to pick up on the map, as you can see. There's AIs as well as real players. That guy I just blew up was a real player, for example. You have special abilities. It doesn't seem like you can customize them as far as I've played so far. Anyway. You can slow down and speed up, but aside from that, it's not really in depth of a flight simulator. Do not imagine this to be anything like the X-Wing or TIE Fighter series, by no means. And that's probably blatantly obvious to anyone who's ever actually played those games that this is nothing like that. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But, as far as the modes go, this is probably one of my favorite modes in the entire game. Because, like, it is just a freaking blast to sit here and fly around in these things and just, oh, it's that same son of a bitch again. This dude, screw him. We don't like you. You are no good. No good to our family and our friends and all that good stuff. You bastard. Anyway, so, yeah, like I said, this is Fighter Squadron, and it's a lot of fun. It's probably one of the better modes in the game. A couple of the modes just seem redundant. Definitely the best that I've come across would be Fighter Squadron, Heroes versus Villains, Walker Assault, obviously, being able to fly around or walk around in walkers and, you know, have massive land battles and stuff. That's kind of what I was going for when I first played these games. So, yeah, and all that stuff. I also, before I say anything else, I want to do a shout out to Caitlin and Michael for being so amazing and actually donating this game to the channel. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I can understand why a lot of people are upset with it, because it isn't what they expected, or it isn't kind of what even I expected, per se. I mean, I was in the beta, but I expected more content. But, you know, as more expansions get released, maybe you'll see more stuff and so on. But anyway, we're not going to go into the semantics of it. We're just going to go into what we see now. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was Star Wars Battlefront, and this was Commissar Bro showing you Star Wars Battlefront and the fight at Squadron mode and all that good stuff. And that's right. Anyway, I'll see you all next time.